Miguel loved the silence of the forest. Since he was little, the tall trees and the distant sound of streams had comforted him. But that afternoon, as he stepped onto the trail of Serra do Neblina, he felt something different, as if the forest were watching him back. The plan was simple: collect samples of rare plants for a study on endangered species. He carried a backpack with equipment, a pocket knife, and a flashlight. However, when dusk arrived earlier than expected, accompanied by a thick fog that clung to the trees, Miguel realized he had underestimated that place. With no GPS signal and the trail dissolving beneath his feet, he tried to orient himself, but everything looked the same. Old trees rose like columns, twisted, creating grotesque shapes. The first sign that something was wrong came in the form of a sound, a dry snap, like a branch breaking. "Who's there?" Miguel shouted, trying to sound more confident than he felt. The silence answered, but not for long. Another sound followed immediately, footsteps. Heavy, fast. He swung the flashlight, but all he saw were shadows. The forest seemed different now, more oppressive. Miguel noticed deep marks on the trees around him, as if giant claws had torn pieces of the wood. His heart began to race. This can't be an animal. He kept walking, but the sounds didn't stop. They followed him, now close, now distant. It was as if something were playing with him. When he finally ran, tripping over roots and branches, he spotted a small cave. Without thinking twice, he threw himself inside. The darkness was almost total, but his flashlight revealed walls decorated with ancient paintings. The figures depicted men fighting a beastly creature, half man, half wolf. His blood ran cold. Outside, the shadow grew. He could smell it before he saw it, a metallic odor, like rust, mixed with the stench of rotting flesh. No, this can't be happening. When the creature finally revealed itself, Miguel almost wished it were a nightmare. What stood before him had human eyes, glowing with a cruel light, but the rest was pure savagery. Exposed teeth, claws as long as knives, and a body covered in a mixture of fur and deformed flesh.